Welcome to the June 9th English Choice Southeast Wisconsin Division Tournament. This is our second tournament of the year out of 7. I am Andy Smith, the tournament director. We want to thank our awesome sponsors. They help keep us on the water. Here's Caleb and Dan. First thing in the morning we see them boat a fish. Caleb and Dan here with this fish. We're on their way to just over 20 pounds on the day with 5 fish limit. These guys were fishing soft plastics mostly. The wind started blowing pretty good out there today, but English mainly fished out deep. And we'll discuss that a little bit more on what was going on today later in the video here. Here you see Caleb and Dan working some weeds. You'll remember from last year, Caleb and Dan were our Angler of the Year champions. Here's a picture of their toads on the day, one over 5 pounds. Here's a group of anglers with lost fish and the disappointment. In second place on the day was Mel and Ron. Mel and Ron also had big bass. They had just over 19 pounds and big bass of 5.72. Our third place team here, this is Justin and Charles. These guys were also fishing out deeper. We caught up with them catching a fish here. These guys end up in third place with just over 16 pounds. Fish today were caught on a lot of different lures, soft plastics, jigs. I even heard jerk baits from a few anglers. But just about everybody in the top was fishing out in the deeper areas, probably 8 feet or more. What was going on though today? I didn't catch up with a lot of anglers that were catching fish since they were kind of few and far between, or they'd catch them and I just weren't there. But bluegill beds were up shallow and in deeper water, so the bass were having an easy time plucking food. And I got on the water for about an hour here. I took a break from videotaping because it was a little slow, so I went out and fished myself. I found some bluegill beds. I threw some worms around, but all the bluegill were just biting them, so I set up with a frog here. And you'll see this little pocket in that pontoon boat, and where I found bluegill beds shallow, I could catch multiple fish on a frog. So here you see one. That one came on a horny toad. Here you see that same pontoon boat. Skipping underneath there. That's on a horny toad also. And here you see, so this is that same corner where those bluegill beds were. This one's on a spro. I just took a break out here to fish because pretty much all the anglers knew that the winning weights would come out deeper. Fishing shallow like this, you'll see my fish I'm catching here, maybe 1-2 pounders. But, I did get one that was 3, but there weren't 5 pounders shallow. And the winning weights were all caught out deeper. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Little Muskego Lake is a wonderful lake to fish. Those outside weed lines and just off those weed lines out in deeper water were really the ticket for the bigger weights. I mean, some guys did go shallow and catch some, but the majority of the fish were all caught out deeper. Our next tournament's going to be on Whitewater Lake. Hopefully we'll get more on the water action and more on the water coverage, and the fishing will be a little hotter. You can check out more details on andrewsmithfishing.com and full results. And thank you to everybody who participated. we'll see you guys all in 2 weeks on Whitewater Lake.